Hello guys, with me Muhammad Ramzi dan Syabin Abdul Sazil. I would like to talk about my OSHA that is part 4, section 18 and 19. So we can start with introduction of OSHA. So let's talk about introduction of OSHA. The US Congress created OSHA under the Occupational Safety and Health Act of 1970, the OSHA Act. Congress passed the law and established OSHA to assure so far as possible every working man and woman in the nation safe and healthful working conditions and to preserve our human resources. Okay, let's talk about emphasis for both sections. For section 18, an occupier of non-domestic premises that has been made available to persons who are not his employees as a place of work or as a place where they can use a plant of substance provided for their use. They take all reasonable steps to ensure that the premises all means of entry and egress available for use by persons using the premises, and any plant of substance provided for their use they are safe and secure. The material on the premises or supplied for use they are not hazardous to one's health. For the purpose of subsections. For sections 19, a person who violates the provisions of sections 15, 16, 17 or 18 is guilty of an offence and if convicted faces a fine of not more than 50,000 ringgit or a sentence of not more than 2 years in jail or both. This segment deals with the concept of pupil. A community of persons, corporate or non-corporate, is described as an individual in the Interpolations Acts of 1948 and 1967. As a result, the individual includes a group of corporate persons such as a sole proprietorships and partnerships, as well as non-corporate company such as a sole proprietorships or partnerships. Individuals, companies, and non-profit organizations may all use guilt and liability to impose fines. So the important for both sections. For sections 18, this section is very important because to keep a premise in a safe conditions from others other than its employees by means of safe and secure use of materials on the premises or supplied for use does not endanger one's health. For example, repairing the place system is like an orderly road and constantly doing machine maintenance to ensure the machine use is not dangerous. As a result, people other than employees can be prevented from accident. For section 19 as well, the importance of these sections is to know the penalty of the penalty for an offence under section 15, 16, 17 or 18. When a section has a penalty, this will cause the parties involved to comply with the sections with great caution for fear of being penalized. Therefore, this indicates that this section is very important to part 4. After that, let's talk about situations when should this section use. For section 18, an occupant who owns an apartment building with domestic premises is another example. A premise owned as a private residence including greenhouse, garage and yard. That does not extend to the habit of inhabitants of more than one dwelling is referred to as a domestic premise. The premise is not right. Domestic is not the same as the previous example. In a block of flats, there is an elevator as well as corridors and stairwells since they are often used. Stairs are included in the concept of non-domestic premises by residents of several private residents. As a result, the inhabitants are to blame on the location security. For Section 19, the Occupational Safety and Health Regulations control against major accidents hazard in industry of 1996, for example, mandate that relevant details be provided to members of the public who may have been involved in an accident caused by hazardous industrial practice. Another example is anyone who must be informed of the risks associated with blasting operations, inquiries, or during the construction of buildings. If the act in this section is not complied with, then a penalty will be imposed in accordance with Section 19, which lists the penalties to be received. So, benefit stakeholder for Section 18 is among the benefits of the sections is to be able to prevent accidents to the public, because the sections emphasize safety in the workplace. In this way, the chance of an accident occurring are very slim if this section is emphasized. For example, factories perform machines maintenance on a scale so that machines can function properly. As a result, employees and the public are able to do their daily work in a calm manner. Therefore, this is very important for the safety of society. In addition, the benefit of these sections is that it can reduce to mortality rate due to a good workplace system and machines maintenance on a scale. This way, the public will be safe because the place already has procedures and cares about the health of the machines. As a result, the number of deaths related to this will decrease with complaints with these sections. Finally, the benefit of these sections is that it is able to improve the image of the workplace because it has a schematic system. In this way, the workplace will be known for practicing proper workplace ethics. As a result, many investors from foreign countries will be attracted to this schematic ethical. For Section 19 as well, among the advantages found in Section 19 Part 4 is that employers and employees can find out the fines set if they do not comply with the instructions. In addition, employees will be afraid to break the rules for fear of being fined. Finally, all employees and employers will be more vigilant about safety in the workplace. Therefore, this section is very important in this act.